Well, this massive aircraft is, of course, the infamous Howard Hughes Spruce Goose, which I just learned the other day internally was often called by people working on the aircraft the birch bitch. Apparently, you know, almost all of the wood in this massive aircraft, which only flew once for about a couple of minutes on a trial taxi run, Howard Hughes piloting it, was birch wood, not spruce, but spruce rhymed with goose. And maybe in those days, in the 1940s, they didn't want to use cruder language, at least in print. And we're going to be getting on board this thing to go up and look at the cabin area in a few minutes. And here's a replica ME-262 here at the Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum. Here's another view of this replica 262, ME-262. Beautiful paint job. Of course, this never actually saw combat. It wasn't even built. The original planes did, of course, in 44, 45 from the Luftwaffe. Charlie, this one's for you. I know you're building a model of the Sky Raider right now, and this is the real thing here at the Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum.
You know, a politician or something in kind of a derogatory way. Now, if you said Spruce Goose in front of Howard Hughes, you might as well go apply at Lockheed, because you aren't going to be working for him anymore.
Hey, tell me, is that Howard Hughes's hat?
It is.
Oh my God, really?
It is.
That's probably worth a couple $1,000 right there.
No.
Nope.
Hughes has never worn it.
Oh, he never wore. Okay.
The company that Hughes did hat business with happens to be in Portland. And so when they heard we had his plane, they dug out his last order and duplicated it and sent it. So it is Howard's hat. I didn't lie to you about that.
So guys, if I wanted to, I'm not going to do this. I won't do it. But if I wanted to get kicked out of the museum right now, I'd grab that hat and put it on my head. I won't do it.
We let people
You
use
do?
it for photo ops.
Oh,
Great.
all right.
Do that? All right.
Time for, okay, let's see let's see if his hat size was bigger than mine. He's a little.
No, he's got a little head.
I don't. I
sit
can
down.
only go.
You can't.
No, I can't go up any further.
Watch your head if you stand up though. That step.
Yeah, last
I
time I
probably
was here,
back-
they let us sit in the seats.
I know.
No, I
wear
can't
and tear just is making it so that you can't
All right.
do that.
Get backlit
Terribly
though.
backlit, but
Yeah.
can you, let's see.
All right. How about if we do there?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. How's that?
Yeah, that's good. Hold it. Am I taking a video?
Yeah, you might be. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So with Howard Hughes, not Howard Hughes's hat, but from the company that Howard Hughes bought his hats from. I'm only like 8 inches shorter than Howard Hughes, and I do have a mustache, but I don't know how to fly, and I didn't date Katharine Hepburn. Okay. Pretty impressive.
They could have used
This is
space for where
one
navigators and radio
big,
operators sit, 'cause there's the radio
big
operators station right there.
plane.
Do they have like, are those tanks and stuff for like oxygen or something?
Like this tank right there. That's an engine oil tank. Now you've got radial engines, and so you've got a lot of cylinders that are upside down. You're going to puddle oil, and it's going to spit it and burn a lot. So it was plumbed to automatically refuel it. There's 2 minor spars, and they are just wood and glue. There's no rivets holding the construction on them.
Glue?
Wood and glue.
Wood and glue.
Yeah.
Wing. How far out does that go?
Well, if you park the fuselage on the 50-yard line of a football field, the wingtips go over the goal line by 10 feet on each sheet.
Well, here's my favorite British fighter plane of the Great War, the SC-5A, in maybe 1/4 scale. There's no little placard here to tell me, but it's a pretty impressive model. And then here's also a pretty impressive reproduction. This, of course, is the Sopwith Camel in 1:1 scale. Beautiful. Beautiful. The Hood River Museum's got a beautiful Sopwith pup, but this, of course, is the successor. Well, the successor after the Tripe of Sopwith Sopwith Camel, again at the Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum here in McMinnville, Oregon. I think this is a Newport 17. It looks, maybe it's the 11. No, this is a 17. It's got the double gun, a Lewis on the top, and a Vickers that's synchronized, a model. Maybe 1/4 scale. Again, it's difficult. I'm not in the RC flying model business, so I don't know the scales of this size. But it looks like it's about 4 feet long. Maybe that would 1/2 scale, 1/3 scale. I don't know. Anyway, it's cool. Believe it or not, I'm going to resist the temptation. Although, my God, there's a Metal Earth P-38 there. No, I gotta be good. It already cost oh man, there's a Metal Earth SPAD 13. There's a Metal Earth Sopwith Camel. No, Satan be gone. I'm not gonna spend any more here in the gift shop. Maybe I spoke too soon. All these flying model kits. What do you think? Tough decision. You know, on the other hand, I could go die-cast, something smaller. Maybe I'll conduct a poll. A little walk around. What do we got here? F-15 Eagle. Of course, still on active duty, flying missions around the world for U.S. forces and others. And from the other side, literally, a MiG-23, the flogger. And finally, a Soviet or Russian MiG-29 on loan from the Museum of the United States Air Force.